Hey guys, it's I like Starlight but lighter, that's why they call me Starlighter, and this is totally our first time recording this.
Why would you say that? Nobody was gonna know.
Listen, we're ranking macross, okay? We got everyone, you know, Blazer, he's basically seen it all. Not Macross 2 though, not Macross 0, not any of like the TV series. He doesn't even know what Macross is.
I saw Macross 7. I saw Macross 7.
Yeah, he saw 7, he saw the movies. And, you know, we're starting off strong with our GOAT, Commander Britai.
This is a classic character.
Yeah, you see, I'm gonna put him, I would put him in nothing character, but I think in original SDF TV show, he was kind of funny. Him and Exodol just kind of bummed around. They had some funny moments, like during the Lin Kaifun karate movie, like when they were pirating it and all the special effects were real. That was funny.
Wait, they pirated the media?
They did. They pirated media. I think Captain Britai had some jokes, is what I'm getting at here.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to argue against here. I think he looks pretty cool. I like, he looks kind of like Exodol because they're both Zentradi, and they have similar design. But like, Exodol is cooler. When do we get to Exodol?
Well, first we gotta get through. These are like just the bridge crew. They all go hand in hand.
They don't look like they're part of a bridge crew. Is this like casual attire? That's dumb.
They're nothing characters. I feel nothing about them. I was gonna say they had some jokes, but that they were hard carried by Shammy, who we haven't gotten to yet, but she carried them.
I'm sure she did, but this is like Hikaru or something.
But
like, that's who
this is Kakizaki, our boy.
Oh yeah, Kakizaki. I mean, he'd be cool if he didn't die. Like,
he's a good plot device, I'll say that much.
Pretty embarrassing that he died.
Right.
Like, very suddenly in the movie, too.
Yeah, in the show, though, his death did have some impact because, like, Hikaru, you know, he was the squad leader, but as a character, he is a nothing character. He is a plot device. Also, what do you mean we have to rank the entirety of Yokohama Chinatown?
Like, is this like a place in the series, or is it just like a real place?
No, this guy like put a random. I don't even know if there is a Chinatown in Yokohama, but what are our thoughts on Yokohama Chinatown?
I think it's kind of slop, personally. Like, yeah. I think it's a little forced. I don't care for it. I don't.
I just don't think Yokohama Chinatown added a lot to the Macross story.
It's fine. I just didn't think it'd be China. So, like, yeah, I think it's slop.
Okay, Claudia, she's chill. I got no issues with her.
I think she was in the movie for like less than a minute. So, yeah, like,
I mean, she had her whole romance with Roy. She had a whole episode. She's chill.
Yeah, this guy, I can agree with putting her in chill just for, like, why did Roy assault her, like, in the public space? Like, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up. We should get some pity points for that.
Yeah, this guy, though.
He is a this guy was in SDF. He was added in the 2 years later arc. And apparently, I read, like, in a trivia that he's, like, some writer. Like, he's a self-insert. He's not a self-insert. The other crew wrote him in to make fun of him, basically.
He kind of looks like Nagana.
Like, this dude, apparently, his whole personality was being a gooner, and, like, everyone on the bridge hated him. So, I don't know what this guy in the studio did to get this treatment, but...
Yeah, he looks like... He's like Nagana.
We're gonna say he's slop, because he must have been, like, fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, like Nagana.
Now we got Kamujin, who I got like 2 full paragraph comments saying I didn't do him justice.
Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is. I mean, he wasn't.
He was the main villain of the 2 years later arc, and his character was basically, I don't want to change, but the irony was he was actually like him and this other chick. They were being haters together, and then they like were falling in love, bonding over their mutual hate of love.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think I should have talked a little more about him, but overall, I always forget he exists. No one cares about Kamujin, but Captain Global.
I mean, he's like captain of the whole globe.
I'm gonna put him on your chill just because I think his design's funny and I think his name's funny.
Yeah, I like the design. I don't remember him being in the movie like at all, but
He had that model kit on his desk though.
oh yeah, he was in the movie. I remember that now.
Well, yeah, that's we like Captain Global. Now Hikaru. Now this is
I'm not.
our
I've never
first
heard of this
character
guy.
where I'm like,
Where's Hibiki?
how do I feel about Hikaru? That's an interesting. The 2 years later arc is really setting him back.
I didn't see that, so I mean he's pretty cool.
Cause like, all right, I do. If we're talking, do you remember Love Hikaru? He's chill. I got no issues with him. But then first half of SDF, I think is like his strongest character because they kind of do some like Amuro type shit where like they focus on like the horrors of war and how it's impacting him, and I do think that's cool. I think that's something like that kind of got lost with later Macross protagonists. Like you see Alta when he doesn't really give a fuck that he's in a war. But then, like, the 2 years later arc happens, and then the Misa Scarf incident happens, the Misa likes me incident happens, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's problem is.
I'll put him in your chill. You know, he would go in day culture, but that I can't look past that arc. He had the photo album of Min-Mei and shit on his desk. He had the poster on his wall. It was 2 years, bro. Let it go.
Yeah, are you ordering these at all, or are you just
No,
like,
I'm not ordering them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see Hikaru being like your chill, but I don't know about Captain Global being above him.
This girl,
Same
she
with
could
Captain
go.
Briefing.
She was the lover I was talking about with Kamajin. They could go together.
Yeah, they're made for each other.
This is our
is
first
the
Yak
goat.
Day culture.
This is the goat. This
Max,
is the goat.
Max, Goat, Chad, Max.
This is
the
including
goat.
this is including like throughout the franchise, right?
Yeah, I'm counting all their characterizations, and Max is consistently the goat. He like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
anything,
like
he
when we
tops himself in how much of a goat he is each time he reappears.
Yeah, like when he was talking with Exodol about how much he hated his bitch wife, like that was cool.
Yeah, like he fucking fucked an alien in like 2 seconds, then he came back as a cool I hate my wife type guy, but then he got his redemption where he became a genius.
He finally went back to being a genius, no longer a commander.
Like, if you don't got Max in your top tier, you're doing something. You're watching Macross wrong.
Yeah, you probably have like Captain Global or something in your top tier instead.
No, this guy, I want to say he's Min-Mei's uncle, who like ran the Chinese restaurant. He is this is like the definition of a nothing character. I can't tell you a single thing he did. He existed.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the movie, so neither can I.
Now, Min-Mei. She's a character who I feel like the sequels gaslight you into how cool she actually was. Like the sequels treat her like she's Jesus, but then you go and actually watch SDF and she's like really obnoxious for 90% of it.
Well, I mean, nobody alive in the sequel is like new Min-Mei except for like Maximilian.
Yeah, I do like. I think it's kind of the point, you know, how like,
Yeah,
you know, we dehumanize like famous people and stuff.
it's like the legend of Min-Mei.
I don't think she's in a top Yak Day culture. I like as a character. I'm just gonna put her in normal day culture.
Yeah,
Just because she did a lot of annoying shit in the original series. Like, every time I go back, I'm, like, reminded of why in that original Macross ranking video I went on a schizo rant towards her.
yeah. Why did you do that? You hated her.
Listen, man, Hikaru was sitting here trauma dumping, and she's like, that's crazy, but my foot hurts, though.
Yeah, well then Hikaru was like, oh, look at my cool scarf. The scarf is so cool. Right in front of me.
True.
I don't know. I didn't even watch that though.
But
Why am I
Milia,
talking
though,
about that?
she's also a goat. Come on.
She's really funny in Macross 7. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna be honest. I think in original SDF she was kind of a plot device, but so I'm not gonna put her as high as Max. I don't think she has that level of consistency. But Macross 7 Milia is funny as fuck.
I think 7 alone is like the culture in my personal.
Like she sees like the complaints and she just throws them in the garbage.
Yeah, she like thinks she's a superhero and shit, and Basra's like, you're not a superhero, kid. And she gets really mad.
Yeah. Misa, she's like the anti-Minmay, where like every time I go back, I'm like, oh shit, I like Misa way more than I remember.
Yeah, I like the scene where she was eating what Sonic Team was cooking with Hikaru. That was pretty good.
That was a good scene. I think I like Misa a lot, but I don't think she's quite at Maximilian Genius levels. But I think she's pretty day culture. You see, I'm very greedy with Yak day cultures. But Roy. Oh man, Roy. Roy.
Yeah,
Roy.
You're greedy with Yak day cultures, which is why Roy is going in Yak day culture.
Roy is the most overhyped character ever. People are like, he's so raw and cool in Sigma, but what did he do besides die? And like Kakizaki also did that, so you know what? They're going together.
Yeah, I didn't really like him in the movie, but that's in the movie. Maybe he was better in the show, but you watched the show and you don't like him either,
I mean,
so...
He has some, like, mildly amusing moments. He's like, oh, I'm giving Hikaru, like, I'm, like, drunk and shit. I don't know. I just felt nothing from him.
I'm looking. Why the fuck is the pedophile guy from, like, Macross 7 on this list?
I don't know. There's a lot of pedophiles, and we're getting close to a trio of them. But first, we gotta talk about Shammy, Lady M herself.
I mean, the M's, like, is, like, there's M's in Shammy, like, Lady M. It makes sense.
Her last name was Miliome.
That's where the M comes from.
She was funny. All she did was, like, call Hikaru a pervert one time, and, like, she called the other guy a pervert, and like she's got a funny voice, so I'm gonna say like you're chill. Like I feel like this tier is for characters I like on a very simple basic level, you know.
you like her more than Roy Fokker?
I do. Gun to my head, Shammy or Roy Fokker. I'm picking Shammy.
The good thing this isn't going on the main channel.
But we got the pedophile trio. All three of them.
I wonder what their names stand for.
They're the last of the SDF. Well, we're ending SDF with a bang.
Yeah, the fucking pedophile trio.
I'll admit, they had some good bits. Like, if you put aside their names, I think they're actually quite amusing characters.
Like are they like a goon trio type, like, character archetype?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we gotta please the boss.
I like how, yeah, that's literally them. And then I like how in the 2 years later arc, they open, like, a model kit shop. I think that's funny.
Yeah, they would be, the goons that you do stuff against in Batman, and, they would be like, oh, the boss doesn't pay us enough for this, the bat is gonna kill us. Oh, relax, the bat can't kill us.
Yeah.
That would be the conversation. And then Batman would show up, and they'd be like, it's Batman! Get him!
Basically, yeah. I don't want to say aloud I like the pedophile trio, but like I don't hate them. but now we're on to Macross Plus, and we got Dumb Nerd. Classic character.
I remember Dumb Nerd.
And he definitely is. This guy is like a textbook dumb nerd incel. There's not much more to be said about him.
Would you put him in slop tier?
He's a slop character. Yeah, this is for characters who just annoy me.
Yeah, the Magana guy just like really pisses you off.
Yeah, like
is he even in the show enough to be on here?
Not at all. Hey, but we got cool. Gold. Out of the original, out of like the Plus trio, I think Gold's probably my favorite. If you ignore, you know, the fact that he might have done some not so good things to Mew, but
he didn't know any better. There wasn't internet back then.
He forgot to take his Hitler meds, remember?
Yeah, Macross takes place in the future, so he probably did have internet.
Listen, he couldn't control the Zentradi urges. It was just in his blood, man.
Has any other Zentradi character, like, had that? Or is it, like, just him?
I don't know. They, like... That's a weird thing now that you mention it. Like, there are rampaging Zentradi and stuff, but I wonder, like, what qualifies what Zentradi go crazy and which ones don't. Because, like, you see Exodal and, like, Milia, and they're chill as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But Gold, I like him. He was a funny guy.
Yeah.
But this guy
Like,
was... This guy was like the quote-unquote main villain of Macross Plus, who like stole...
he wasn't.
He like used the illegal Sharon Apple chip. He's like responsible for everything, but I don't care. This guy is a nothing character. I can't tell you his name.
Yeah, me neither. And I watched the movie once. Like I would know.
I don't know. He was just an excuse, like a scientific explanation as to why Sharon went crazy. That's his only reason for existing. But Isamu,
He was pretty weird in that one scene. I don't know why he did that.
other than that though, I do think he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have a lot to say about him, but besides he's funny.
I'd put him in like your chill tier, maybe, or the culture, one of those two.
I'm trying to think it through. Yeah, I'm gonna say because I do like Gold better than him.
Yeah, like, and if like you look at the culture, those are like heavy hitters, and like I feel what's this guy's name again? Myung?
Oh, Isamu.
Oh, Isamu. Who was I thinking of?
Myung is the girl.
Oh, how the fuck did I remember that?
I don't know.
Oh, probably because you just said it. But,
yeah.
I mean, Isamu, like, I liked him. He was chill. I don't really remember much of what he did though, besides that one scene.
He was just a goofy guy. That was his whole kind of character.
Yeah,
I feel like he didn't have the depth of Gold.
Yeah.
But Lady, I don't know her name. I just remember she was Myung's friend, and that's her whole character.
Yeah, she was there when Myung was singing that one song, My Boyfriend Is a Pilot, that one.
Yeah, she's the definition of a nothing character. Now this girl, I forgot her name, but I remember she was like trying to riz up Isamu and stuff.
This is the kind of character that would be posted on like a retro anime aesthetics account, and all the Quarry tweets would be going like, "Oh, dude, '90s anime girls were so hot, dude." Oh,
that's why
God.
She's going in slop. She was annoying.
Yeah, but you gotta acknowledge like the anime like retro aesthetics account. Like, I'm sure if I told one of those accounts about Macross Plus right now, you'd be seeing her on your timeline tomorrow morning.
That's true. What I don't remember her name, but like I don't know. She just got on my nerves. You know, she was trying to like riz up Isamu, but like you're not part of the team. But Myung herself, I don't think she's Gold tier. She was just kind of like, I don't get to be an idol, even though she wrote literally one song. That was really embarrassing.
Yeah, she doesn't even know how to write music. Like,
she learned one song when she was like a child, and she hasn't let it go.
You gotta have more than one song. Like, come on.
Also, just like I don't know. I feel like she was fine. She served her purpose in the story, but like if you ask me to put Myung on the same tier as Minmay, you're insane.
This is why we use the Sharon Apple AI. It thinks of like billions of songs in seconds.
Yeah, Sharon Apple herself though, I think she is a goated villain. Like she is just like an AI, but like all the visual shit they do with her songs are awesome.
Yeah, I think she like the culture in a different way than the other characters.
She's just like a really cool concept, you know, like she's a cool character. I don't know.
Yeah.
She is the anti-Basra. She was intentionally written in that way. Like she uses music for evil, dastardly things like brain control and shit.
And like, you know, that's fucked up. Basra uses music for good shit.
Yeah, I like Sharon. She's a badass character, but unfortunately, I can't say the same for Macross Plus Commander. He had like I remember the movie specifically gave him one scene where he's like, oh, I see a lot of myself in Isamu and Gold, and that's why I'm nice to Isamu and Gold. It's like, that's cool, but like, okay, I don't remember your name.
Yeah, this character's name is probably like Myung or something, I don't know.
Yeah, but we're now on the Macross 2 characters. Let's go.
Oh shit! The big scoop is coming.
We got Dennis, who introduced Hibiki in the ways of getting the true big scoops.
Yeah, I think this is Yakte culture. I think he's Yakte culture also.
Do you remember in my video where he just like, first of all, he's like, we're just gonna abduct Ishtar, and then he fucking exploded for like no reason? I still don't know what happened there.
No, I don't remember that. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything about that Macross 2 besides Hibiki getting the big scoop.
There was no gunfire, no enemies in the vicinity. He just exploded. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I mean, he is a nothing character. I at least remember his name. We like Dennis.
Yeah, he helped Hibiki get the big scoop, so I think that's pretty nice of him.
He's a weird one. Because we've joked about him so much that I have grown like a weird affinity for him.
Yeah, he always gets the big scoop.
I like his, I do think the idea of like a journalist protagonist instead of just a military guy, I do think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what Marvel thinks when they add MJ to shit.
But like, when I actually watch Macross 2, am I saying Hibiki's chill? No, probably not. I really don't like his design. There's something about it that pisses me off.
I don't like the weird like light brown patch of hair in like the already brown hair.
I know, like he's trying to be quirky and it's just not working.
That feels a little tacky. If it was like a different color, maybe, but not just like a lighter brown.
Yeah, sorry, Hibiki. But Ishtar, I like her on a very simple level. She's like she's like up here. You know, she's chill. She's got a nice design. She has banger songs.
I don't really joke about her getting the big scoop, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
I like her. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I think... No. Yeah, you know what? I'm putting Fef alongside her. Because Fef is the only character of Macross 2 who, like, somewhat had a character arc. Because, like, he's like, oh, I gotta protect Ishtar. Then he's like, oh, I gotta, like, stay loyal to her and turn against the Marduk to protect her. It's like, yeah, Fef, you have character development. Also, I really like his Valkyrie's design.
I've never seen that, but it's probably cool.
Now,
where's Mylene? Is she not on... She's just like...
She's over here.
That's weird.
They went in alphabetical order per series, like Basara, Billy...
Oh, thank God Billy's up there.
we'll get to Macross real soon, but we gotta put Sylvie in the slop tier first, cause like, fucking Sylvie. What a joke of a character. All she does is stalk Hibiki and, like, gas up the military. That's all she does.
Doesn't even get the biggest scoop.
And like, yeah, she does have like an arc, like, oh, I'm turning against the military, but it came out of nowhere. There was no build up to it. Her quote-unquote romance with Hibiki was like, I don't know where it came from. They were just like, well, Hikaru ended up with Misa, so...
Both of these last two Macross series have had, like, a blonde girl in, like, slop tier.
Yeah, we just hate blonde women.
Wait, I wonder if Rex of the Rex Gang might continue this trend.
And now, we're here, in the Macross 7 tier, with Guy, who was strapped to a chair as Basara sung, like, Totsugeki Love Hard at him.
I mean, he's pretty cool, like, definitely a Gekta culture tier character, I think. But...
Yeah. Akiko I like, though.
Yeah, I think she's chill.
She's like the forgotten Firebomber member. She's not a member, but she's the manager, you know? I don't think she gets the credit she deserves.
Yeah, I've got no problems with her.
Although I will say it was fucked up how she stepped on Basara's hot dog.
Yeah, I don't get why she did that. That could have been like resolved through words and not through such violent aggression.
Yeah. Other than that, though, Akiko's chill. Alice Holiday, though, she is like
the best idol in the series.
She's an industry plant, bro.
No, she's like the best idol in the series.
They're like, yeah, dude, Alice Holiday's the next big thing. No, she isn't. They've never mentioned her again.
She doesn't even know Totsugeki Love Heart.
Yeah, Alice Holiday, you're a nothing character. Now this guy These are like the old guys. Remember that episode where like they were testing for new pilots and they were like having a little festival and there was all Valkyries and stuff?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy like saw the Proto Devil and he's like, we'll stop them, and they completely missed and blew up a building. So like this guy committed 9/11 too. We can't put him any higher than Slop.
Yeah, but I don't. That was fucked up of him.
It was fucked up of him. We don't support that now. Bossra undisputed best Macross character. I basically made like an almost 3-hour video on why Bossra is the best character.
Yeah, but like I just don't get it. He's really selfish, and
yeah, he's selfish. He's evil.
Oh yeah, Bossra, like even just his design and like his personality and like random clips is like the main reason I actually watched the show. Cause like Bossra is.
I know it's not ordered, but he has to be on the top.
Yeah, his music's great. Yeah, Bossra is just the GOAT.
Best singer, best character, like peak design. He's the GOAT in every aspect possible.
Billy though, I think. I don't know about Billy. Billy. I don't know. See, I don't know if he annoyed me enough to be considered like Slop. He's definitely at most a nothing character.
Why was he introduced fucking like 40 something episodes into the series? Whose idea was that?
Yeah, that episode definitely feels like it'd be like if it was like an early series episode, I'd be more fine with it.
Also, why did he flip Mylene's skirt like twice? What is his problem? You know what? We don't condone sexual harassment. I don't care if he's like 12.
Yeah, I don't know why Billy did that. Like,
we don't forgive Billy.
Also, why would out of Firebomber? Why would you be a Mylene fan when Bossra is right there?
Yeah, he has shit taste. We don't like Billy, and we don't like Bobby either.
Billy and Bobby, the two goats of Macross 7.
This is I like how all of this is like people who like committed 9/11 sexual harassment, then just annoying white people, like white women, and, like annoying
sexual harassment multiple times on this part even. Cut the fucking Bobby.
And like this guy's not even 12. He's just nefarious.
Yeah, you know, Billy, I could at least see giving him like maybe nothing character, because like he's 12, he doesn't have internet, but like that guy, he's a Hollywood actor, he definitely has internet.
Okay, fine, I'll drag Bobby out, because I just remembered he made like the custom Goo Baba, and that's respectable.
Yeah, Billy was like alright for that.
And it doesn't feel right putting him next to Bobby.
Yeah, hold on, can you like...
Yeah, why is Asteroids calling for me?
Yeah.
Oh, Nightmare 3, classic.
Classic boss.
I don't know what to tell him. You just get good, man.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
This guy. He was the guy, like the soldier guy who...
Yeah, no, I remember this guy. He was like going to kill himself while singing Totsugeki Love Heart.
I don't know. I respect that, but also, like, I don't know his name. He's bald, so that bumps him down a tier.
Yeah, why does he look like that?
I don't know. And of course, they used the perfect image to describe why we should put him this low. Like, we don't even have to explain. They did it for us.
Yeah, like what's his problem? He was like trying to look for singers in this part.
No, Dr. Chiba, we don't care about your Chiba units or whatever. You're Slop. Now, this guy, he's the leader of Emerald Force. I forgot his name.
Is this the guy that like died and then like Gamblin like saw like his girlfriend with like another guy and Gamblin was like, damn.
No, this is just Emerald Force guy. He was like kind of mean to Gamblin. So that...
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's at this level, but like...
I think he deserves... Nah, he deserves it for being mean to Gamblin.
You know what, yeah, we're putting him next to the pedophiles.
When they're mean to Gamblin in Macross 7.
Right, there's some Dynamite up in here. This is one of the more forgettable Dynamite characters.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I like Dynamite, fine enough, but I don't remember who this is. I think this is a nothing character.
Yeah, but Elma, my goat.
Elma's chill. I like her.
She is chill. She's definitely in the you're chill, because she's not like super deep or anything, but she's got like, you know.
It's got Hunter x Hunter merch. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I still cannot find like if that symbol is just like of common or if it's just like parallel thinking or what. Like I spend like an hour trying to look into that, but I just couldn't find
the
anything.
Elma Hunter x Hunter conspiracy.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
This is Emilia, and
But she sang Heart and Soul. That was
she's
pretty
chill.
cool.
I think she's pretty cool. She had a guitar and shit.
Yeah, yeah, she's cool.
That's like her. That's her whole character. She's just cool. There's nothing more to say about her. But Exodol, oh my god.
Ooh, Exodol. Ooh, Exodol.
Exodol, I don't care what anyone says. He's day culture.
He's fucking awesome. We love Exodol.
He's consistently just really funny. He was funny in the original SDF. He sang My Boyfriend as a Pilot that one time. Funny as fucking 7. And Zettai Live, he showed character growth by actually explaining things.
Yeah, he was like sitting at like Max's side. He was like, "So, how about your bitch wife? Am I right?"
Facts. He was like weirdly mean to people. Like he was cooking them. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, when he actually stood up in like macross 7, I was really surprised because like I didn't know he could do that. I thought he was just a head.
He's just lazy. But
Or
Flower
he's just
Girl.
standing up, like, yeah, I don't know. Flower Girl's cool. I like her.
Yeah, but like it's hard to classify her as a character.
Yeah. Because like she is by definition a nothing character.
She is, but like the bit
I don't
is
really have a problem with it.
You know what? The bit is so good. I'm gonna put her in day culture. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I think the like for her like as a character, her purpose is literally just like that bit, and I think she fulfills it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a perfect bit. Everybody applauded when she finally delivered the flowers.
Yeah, honestly, I can agree with this placement.
We like Flower Girl. My go, yo, Gabble. I have joked about Gabble and Gravel so much, I've grown a genuine attachment to them.
Yeah, well, he's really fucking
Any
funny.
other day, I'd say he's a nothing character, but like now, I'm gonna say Gabble, he's chill.
He is, and like when Grabble comes to play, ooh.
Now Gamlen's
no,
a easy day
Gamlen.
culture. I might even consider Yak day culture.
I personally give him Yak Day culture, but I don't really have the perspective of like the rest of the series characters as much. So.
No, Gamlen's a Yak day culture. His development was immaculate.
I love Gamlen. He's awesome.
Basara's biggest hater to his biggest dick rider. Like that was incredible.
I like when he shows up in Dynamite and he's like, I don't know what's going on, but everyone listen to Basara's song now.
Yeah, and like genuinely, he's a very well-rounded character. He had his serious moments for like the other soldiers and stuff, but then he also has his funny as fuck, goofy moments. Like remember when he was riding down the merry-go-round and he's like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
Yeah, remember when he was the villain, like the fucking evil, like fucking anima spiritua guys? I don't know what they were, like vampire guys.
Yeah.
They took over the building, and then Gamlen did like his old Die Hard shit.
Yeah,
and
no,
he,
Gamlen's a Yak day culture.
He's the goat. He's awesome. I love Gamlen.
No, Geffelnich, we don't care.
Yep. I mean, I don't really have a problem with Geffelnich.
The only enjoyment I got from Geffelnich was Basara being like Geppel whatchamacallit, but that was Basara being funny, not Geffelnich.
Yeah, like Geffelnich like enabled the joke. See, I feel like slop is like a very like bad connotation for a character, because like if I don't really have a problem with the character, I don't know if I'd put them in like slop tier. I think I'd just put them in like nothing character, and I think that's where Geffelnich goes.
Yeah, that's where Geffelnich goes, but Gravel's gotta go right alongside Gabble. Come on now. You can't separate them.
Yeah, they're literally like Gabagula.
This guy, Dynamite 7 guy who just wants to kill himself, I thought he was a solid character. I think he served his purpose to the plot well enough.
Yeah, he's chill.
I got no issues. Guvava, my goat.
I love Guvava.
Alright, where are we putting Guvava?
I don't know if I can in good conscience put him in like day culture, so I think I'd just say like he's chill.
Yeah, he's chill. He should have stepped up to the plate a little bit more, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like there was so much bullshit going on and he just sat around and did nothing. What a lazy fuck.
Now these guys, these are the one Proto Devlin I can't even jokingly gas up. I hate them. They piss me
They're
off.
slop. They're slop.
They're slop. Just like Honey, this guy, he's slop. Absolute slop. Where Glide Akiko came in. Jamming birds? Come on.
Dude, the jamming birds were so cool.
This is all just slop. There's so much slop. Fucking jamming birds.
I miss jamming birds.
You know what? This journalist lady, did we put her in slop too?
This was like the journalist who's like harassing Basura, right?
Yeah, look at that. That's a nice streak going on here.
Yeah. A lot of Macross 7 characters in slop, but that Macross 7 is like this means nothing.
Yeah. Like, this girl, she was fine.
Yeah.
The only thing that comes to mind when I see her was when I did that bit where she was like GameCube dude watching the Jeffrey clip.
I don't remember that, but I'm sure it was cool.
Mylene, I think she's pretty day culture. She's not quite Gambling Basara.
Yeah, I like Mylene a lot. She's good. She's cool.
She is very good. I think she's simply hair on virtue of these guys are cooler.
Yeah, like she got done very dirty in Dynamite, but I think
she wasn't in Dynamite. We watched Disney Plus around here.
Oh yeah, she wasn't in Dynamite. Haha, it's a good thing they didn't put her in there.
Now Pedro, my boy. I had an arc. I started off hating him, but eventually I came around to Pedro.
Pedro is like Billy if he was good. Like,
yeah.
Not only is he a Basara fan, but he's also not a fucking weirdo like that little freak Billy over there.
Yeah, all Pedro does is like scream and like have seeds and stuff. He's chill.
Like he just fucking jumps around going like fire, and like I think Basara like he'd smile. He smiles if he sees Pedro.
Yeah, he doesn't smile if he sees Billy, but we smile if we see this guy. This is the guy whose wife cheated on him after he died. Which, okay. That's fucked up, but we're not giving him pity points. Like, he himself, we don't care about him.
Yeah, like, he doesn't deserve it.
It was a sad story, but, like, it contributed more to Gamblin than it did him.
Yeah, Gamblin was the one who ended the episode all sad to remember 16, not him.
Yeah, now Ray is chill.
Ray, I love Ray. He's chill as fuck.
Yeah, like, I don't think I like him on a super deep level, but...
Yeah. Except it's really weird that they left him out of, like, Dynamite Episode 2 specifically.
Yeah, that was quite peculiar. I don't know, man. Rex of the Rex King. As we all know, she was part of the main love triangle.
Well, but she lost.
Yeah.
He was like, damn, I guess I lost.
Sorry, Rex, buddy, old pal. You can go alongside your friend. Look at that.
Yeah, they cut between those shots. Like, yeah, the commander. There's trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, trouble.
So like, we agree. Giggle's day culture.
Love Giggle.
Giggle and Civil, they go hand in hand. I think they're both just day culture characters. They're the goats. I fucking love those when they like decide to fly around space together. That was funny.
Basura's there too, and like Basura's just like singing and they're flying. It's cool.
They had good characters, and this is Valgo, I'm pretty sure. And
why does it look like an Evangelion kinda?
Because Hideki Anno invented characters, including Valgo. Now he's not quite, Gavel and Gravel. So
I wish Kabagula was on this list.
Yeah, here's the thing. If this was Natter Valgo, he'd be higher, but this is just normal Valgo.
Yeah, I don't fuck with normal Valgo as much as Natter Valgo.
We got Fafitas, I think she's alongside Ray. All she does is play the drums. But what more do you need, really?
Yeah, she plays the drums very well. Like, yeah, and when like it's a very silent scene and she's around, you can always count on there being like drum taps and shit.
Whenever she actually says a word, it's like generational.
Exactly.
Now these guys, I don't know who this is. Just more old people.
Is this starting on Frontier? Well, this is Plus.
No,
not Plus.
These are. It still looks 7 art style. And these are like old guys. They're clearly nothing characters if we can't even recognize them.
I feel like they're probably from Dynamite.
Maybe. Who is this? I know this. We're in Macross Zero territory, so this is pretty foreign to you. I don't know who this is.
Uh,
I'm trying to look at
is
the
this,
others and do
this like
process of
the
elimination.
protagonist? Is this a protagonist, maybe?
No, because he's right over here. I
Mm,
don't know who this is, so you're clearly a nothing character. Now, her, she can go alongside the other white woman we don't like. Except, we have actual valid reasons not to like her, because, like, she popped
yeah, we
onto an
both do.
indigenous island, tried stealing their blood and shit. She,
Oh yeah, that's fun.
she was, like, you know, bribing them and shit, and she was just nefarious the whole way through. And, like, they tried giving her a romance with Roy, and, like, we do not care.
We don't care
Also,
about her. We don't care about Roy.
she worked with, like, the main villain. Her grandfather was, like, the guy who, like, traumatized Sarah. We don't like her.
Yeah.
Now, Mao is a funny character, because, like, she's an indigenous girl who's like, they should build a Walmart supercenter here.
Was she in the thumbnail? I think she was in the thumbnail.
No, that was Sarah.
Well, yeah, wasn't like like Sarah holding someone in like her arms?
Oh,
Wasn't that
yeah, she was holding Mao. You're right.
Yeah, I make the thumbnail, so I would know.
Yeah, you're the Macross Zero enthusiast. I like Mao. I think she's chill. I got no issues with her. She just, like, made sticks and shit.
Because I don't think you've ever like given credits for the thumbnail, so everyone needs to know I made the thumbnail.
But this girl, she was, like, supposed to be, like, Shin's, like, rival or whatever, but they really didn't have the runtime for any of that, so she is a nothing character. Now, Sarah, I think she's easily the best character of Zero. She's like, we gotta get these white people off the island. She says that word for word, not me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I didn't watch that, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, she's cool as
So-
fuck. Good
so Roy
character.
Fokker
She got
is
bombed by the UN, though, so that's pretty fucked up.
Roy Fokker is in it though, and he's the best Macross character of all time.
And we got Shin. With his design and, like, just the fact he's named Shin, you'd think he'd be a nothing character, but I think he's actually pretty chill.
What the fuck do you have against the name shit?
Cause that's the name of the guy from Persona Trinity Soul.
I didn't even know that was the name of the guy for Persona Trinity Soul.
So in my head, that's like an AI generate, like the most basic ass name you could give your protagonist.
What Persona Trinity Soul? That'd be cool.
Also, like, this guy he's just a guy, but like he's like just a guy in an endearing way, you know? Like,
That's what they say.
when he leaves the restaurant, he claps his hand and says, "Who's ready to rock and roll?"
That's what Sonic says in the Sonic Boom episode. He's like, "You're just a guy."
And this is his friend, who is a nothing character. But Aikun, do we like Aikun? He's no Guvava.
Isn't he like the phone?
No, he's like the baby Varja that Ranka finds.
Oh, I thought the phone was also like a weird creature.
Yeah, the phone.
I guess.
Ranka, like, collects small, like, slimy creatures, I guess.
I mean, he's like you said, he's no Guvava. So.
Yeah. Alto. Do we like Alto? I like Alto.
I think Alto's cool.
I don't think
movies.
he's like. I don't think he's crazy. I think.
I don't think he's the culture or anything.
Yeah. I mean, he has his moments. I think he's cool. I liked when he, like, wore, like, the maid dress and shit while breaking into the jail. That was pretty badass.
I don't know why he did that. He probably didn't have to.
He didn't, but, you know, we respect it. I liked some of his character arc about, like, being abused and shit. That was pretty fucked up. And then he, like, got lost to space. But yeah, Alto's chill. He's nothing crazy. Alto's brother, we don't like. He's honestly, he's a slop character. Because he's like, Alto, come visit your abusive father. And, like, we don't like that.
Damn, I didn't think Alto's brother was that bad.
I don't know. He's like, alright, slop feels a little mean. Because, like, his character, the point is, like...
the show. I'm not, like, disagreeing with you or anything.
I don't know where to put him, because the point of his character is that, like, he's also a victim of Alto's dad, but like he doesn't realize it. Like he's like trying to get Alto to come back and stuff, not realizing how fucked up of an environment he's in. He is a victim, but I don't know. He's complicated.
So you're victim blaming is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll put him in nothing for now. Like, Bobby, you are pretty nothing. You have All Might's VA, you did talk about Basara, but I don't think that's enough.
I think that's enough for, like, Yakta culture at least. But what do I...
Maybe. Oh, but putting him aside Alto, that feels wrong. Brera, though, oh man. I'm gonna put Brera in the culture, because he's just really funny to me. I feel like half my Frontier retrospective was just saying funny shit Brero is doing.
And, like, you never ran out of material, because he's always doing funny shit.
Yeah, like, even in the movie, like, he came and, like, grabbed Cheryl and jumped into the sewer. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool with him. I don't mind that Brera guy.
This is just the bridge crew. They can go alongside the other bridge crews. And, like, Nurse Lady... we don't care. Catherine, they try to make you care about her and like Ozma, but I don't care about her. I don't care that her dad died. That's not that sad because he's a nothing character. Also, why is this guy even on the tier list? That you see this one picture, this is the only shot of the show he was in. He was literally a background character.
Look at some of the other characters on this list.
Like these two background characters. They were only in the background of like one of Ranka's songs. Now Elmo. This guy's chill. Now I know Elon Musk said Elmo's a communist, but...
well, he wasn't talking about this guy.
Yeah. Alright, but...
he was talking about the goofier one to say it's a communist.
This guy is like fine, but he's not at these guys' levels. He's not Captain Global levels.
Yeah, he's not Gabagool.
Now Grace, I think, is a solid villain.
Was she in the first? She was in the first movie, right?
Yeah, she was also kind of in the second movie, but she kind of got like fucking like she was in jail for most of it, and then she just kind of died.
That's
like the voices in her head took over, but I do think I think she's a solid character. I think I like her a bit more in the movies. They went with a more sympathetic angle for her.
I like this Your Chill tier because I really like Pedro and Hikaru being on the same level.
They are. The scarf incident brought him down to Pedro levels.
It's true.
This guy. Oh, this is the aforementioned. You could be next to your dead dad. Well, I guess not. They're just not meant to be together. Alto's dad, though, he just abused the fuck out of Alto. He's slop.
Why is this next guy like a pirate?
Captain Jeffrey, he pisses me off. Because Super Robot Wars will not stop shoving him down my throat. He has like 5 times the amount of lines as any other character. And it makes me so mad. You know what? I'm putting him in slot because of that. Fuck you, Captain Jeffrey. I'm not using it. Why do you have more lines than Basara?
Well, Basara is a man of few words. Of course, he doesn't have many lines.
Another background fucking performer. Clan. Oh, man.
Why'd he name that?
Why was she named that? I do like her. I think she's solid. She's a Super Robot Wars Scrimblow who like made it on who like stuck around on my team like every game somehow.
Like Ogi.
No, this guy, Leon, he's fucking slop. Just like Luca. I can't even tell you why I don't like Luca. There's just something about him that pisses me off.
His design kind of makes me mad, honestly. Just
yeah,
like looking at him.
He just has this energy. He's like a nerd, and he's also a loser. He's like a dweeb. I don't like him. But Michael, he died. We gotta give him a little bit of pity. I thought he had a really good episode where like his sister like killed herself, and that was pretty sad.
I like how long it's taken to get to like the actual main character, like Ranka Cheryl. Frontier.
Yeah, this girl, she was mean to Ranka. We're putting her in the slop shit tier, just like how this guy was mean to Gamlin.
Yeah, that's like being into Ranka. That's fucked up.
This girl, the movies like kind of erased her existence, but like Luca tries simping for her, but she's very obviously more interested in Ranka. Like she paints pictures of Ranka as Jesus and stuff.
Well, okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, so let's not make it woke. I think they're just friends.
Oh, maybe. I mean, it's friends on Ranka's side. I don't think it is on her side.
Yeah, maybe.
I like Ozma. I don't like him quite as much because he doesn't follow Basara's code as much as he should for being such a so-called firebomber fan. But overall, I think he has good moments. I like his dynamic with Ranka. He had a good like talk scene with Alto.
Well, he's like a fan of Basara the way like police officers are a fan of the Punisher.
That's true.
Where like they're like, oh, he's so fucking cool, and like he doesn't actually get it.
He would hate you.
Not to say, oh, Frank's a good person. I'm not talking about this right fucking now. This is Macross.
Ranka though, Ranka is like the Macross frontier yakdai culture in my eyes. She's the goat.
Yeah, I liked Ranka. I liked her like performance with like the top hat and like the rabbits and shit. That was pretty good.
She's got it all. She's silly and goofy, and she has like serious, sad, depressed moments.
Yeah, good character in the movie. I liked her. He was good.
Now this guy, he was Zentradi guy who's like, I was around during SDF. No, you weren't. He's the cyborg from 2050.
Well, in this case, he's more of a cyborg from like, I don't know, like when 2000. I don't know when SDF took place.
But all he contributed was at the end of Frontier's TV series. He pulls out like a locket, and inside is a picture of Wen Minmay, and he's like, we finally did it. Like, bro, you didn't know her, you weren't tight like that, you're parasocial as fuck.
They might have known each other.
He's parasocial. Cheryl, I think Cheryl is overrated. She's not like the top one, like every Macross fan insists, but I think she's pretty day culture.
I put her into culture from the movies.
Yeah,
I liked her.
I do think the TV show, I like the TV show better because I feel like the movies were written like past the point she was the fan favorite, so they kind of try shoving her like in your face a little bit.
Yeah,
but the TV show, it was more balanced, a little more balanced. But I do like Cheryl, and
yeah, fun character.
I think, despite me liking Ranka better, I do think Cheryl and Alto are better for each other. I know you spent all that time thinking about Commander Arid. Your thoughts on him?
Yeah, personally, I don't know. It's just like, as a character, like I don't really know about him. Like,
but
he's just
this is the
whatever.
guy that Max entrusted the genius hat to.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make him a genius. That just makes him the new commander.
Yeah.
Like Max, after giving up to the commander position, he like truly became a genius.
That's true. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about Commander Arid then. He's just a captain. Now Burger,
Yeah,
my boy.
Wasn't he cut out of the movies?
Yeah, what was that about?
Yeah, so I can't rank him. I only watch the movies.
Fuck you, Burger. Also, he is his whole the purpose of his character is to come and exposition dump. That's all he does.
W Burger.
No, Vogue. Any other time I'd say he's a nothing character, but I think Zetai live bumped him up to your chill. Cause like,
and he's alright.
He was just a hater, you know. He was kind of amusing. I liked how at the end with Freya's final performance, he started singing too. I thought that was cool. And I like how they got specifically his voice actor to do an eye-to-eye cover.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they do that?
I don't know. They just really love Vogue.
See, I know that voice actor as Sphinx from Hunter x Hunter, so it was weird hearing that voice come out of him.
No, we got the Cheryl Ranka Skinwalkers, and then the third one.
What is that, like an Alto Skinwalker, maybe?
I don't know, but like they're not as cool.
They're definitely not.
They're frauds. Now Chuck, The only thing I remember about Chuck is I was in my Sonic X era watching it, and I was like, heh, Chuck.
Ooh, like Grandpa Chuck.
And you know what? I think he's chill. His whole character is just being chill. He's like a chill older brother.
I don't mind. I don't mind Chuck.
And he has his children who just love Fire Bomber, and then the girl loves Ronka.
That's like 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Like 2 out of 3.
You know what? We can't separate them though. That's mean.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
And like they sang "Remember 16," so that's enough to get them on chill.
Yeah, like anyone who sings "Remember 16" is up there.
Yeah, but this is like the other one who like died in a nuke. Like she definitely 100% died, but at the end of the show they're just like, no, she didn't. How? How did she survive that?
She just comes back.
And for that, she is getting. We are separating. We're doing what the writers didn't have the courage to do, and we're separating them.
We're killing her.
This is Claire, the ex-member of Valkyrie, who quit.
She couldn't even survive in Valkyrie. That's fucked up.
I remember specifically when they did the first Eye to Eye cover that wasn't a Macross idol, people were like, is this Claire? No. Why would they do... I mean, they did Vogue. Why would... They actually might do Claire.
Yeah, and they did, like, random singers who had nothing to do with Macross.
Yeah, I mean, I get it was probably just, oh, we want to reach a wider audience.
They put Miku in there.
They did. That was cool. But I'm sad they already ended it. Like, are you kidding me? You ended it with Mikumo as well?
No, Mylene? Not even Mylene is fucked up. Like,
yeah, like, I get Min-May, but I don't get no Ronka. That especially doesn't make sense. Her voice actress was right there when they revealed the song, so she was just like, wow, I've never heard this song in my life. What the fuck?
And, like, Mylene just came back for Burn, 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 and her other song.
I don't know. This is Green Guy.
I wish he did an Eye to Eye cover.
Yeah, just for that, he's nothing. Freya, though, my secondary goat.
Above Max? Really?
Freya is the goat.
Is she a genius?
She's not a genius, no. She's actually pretty low intellect.
Yeah, I just can't see how she's above Max. Like, if she's not smart, not even a genius.
That's true, but she belongs in Yakte culture. She lived her life. She was absolutely alive.
Yeah, she was Zetai live.
She's got good songs. She's funny as fuck, and she's got everything you can want in a character.
She's got apples and shit.
Like, all these characters, they have the merit of, like, they could do serious cool shit, but they are also funny as fuck when they need to be.
Yeah, very well-rounded characters. Like, a character doesn't have to be funny as fuck to, like, get up there, but...
Yeah.
I mean, well, for me personally, like, I value characters who can do all that.
Silently drag Hayate to take culture.
He's cool, I agree.
He's Sonic the Hedgehog, come on.
He is Sonic the Hedgehog.
If you try, you can fly. I think he's my second favorite Delta character, which isn't a very high bar, but hey.
What about Mikumo?
I will say I like Hayate better than I like Hikaru and Alto.
Well, I mean, they're not Sonic the Hedgehog.
They're not. We got Heinz. Oh, hell yeah. Heinz is my favorite Macross singer.
Like the ketchup.
Yeah, he just sings opera and shit. I'm gonna say he's chill.
I was gonna say, imagine if he gets put on the same tier as Billy. That'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, I like his songs. They're not something I would listen to outside the context of the show, but I think they work within it, you know? I like the awesome, like, Yamiku Ray rap battle he had.
Speak for yourself, I'm always listening to Heinz's songs.
Also, like, he's the only male singer besides Basara, so that deserves some props.
Well, yeah, but I feel like at the same time, that kind of, like, makes me think less of him, because, like, you're not Basara, kid.
That's true. But, I like how in Delta, he decided to just randomly end the war before the big final battle. He was just like, I don't want to fight anymore.
Very heroic of him, I appreciate that.
This guy, I forgot his name. which is kind of fucked up because the whole point of his character was Hayate being like, I won't forget your name.
You remembered some like really funny characters' names, and yet this guy is where you blank.
I did. He was only in one episode.
You remembered Alice Sunday.
I did.
Was that her name? Alice Sunday?
No, Alice Holiday. But
Alice
every
Holiday,
Sunday's a
whatever.
holiday.
Yeah, like Easter Sunday. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm dating the video. That's in like 2 days.
Wow, good going, man. But this guy,
Which
he had a very good episode. It was like one of the few good moments from the second half of Delta. Like when he was the guy who, like him, Hayate, and Freya, like they just kind of chilled in a cave together. He was like he was like the only Windermere knight willing to talk to them, and he was talking about like his son and shit, and then later on in the battle he like died by Hayate's hand, and he's like told my son I love him, and like that was sad.
Hayate didn't even listen to him though.
I don't know, I thought he was good. Kaname, I actually really like Kaname.
Yeah, I didn't really care for like most of the Wakire members,
In fact, I'm
but
gonna put her in day culture. I think she was like the light of the dark tunnel that was Macross Delta.
Yeah, she's a pretty good character. I liked her.
Yeah, like especially her stuff with Messer, like that was good because that was from the first half of Delta. I think after Messer died, like that's when the show started falling off.
Probably my favorite member of Wakire that's not Freya.
Yeah, we like Kaname. This guy, he's nothing. He's just another goon on Vogue's squad. Now Keith. Now if this was like Kawamori making this tier list, he'd put Keith at the very top.
And I mean, we also put Keith at the top, right?
He's chill. I thought him and Royd's story was like fine enough. It's like, ooh, they were childhood friends, but now they're sad because they have short lives. Like it worked, I guess.
That's kind of like Samu and Zentradi guy, because
that actually is kind of what it's like. And I like his Valkyrie. It's like it's got a cool knight design. It's got a sword and shit. I don't know why they gave Keith the final blow of the final battle, but
because Kawamori likes him.
Yeah, the Windermere King. He's a classic character. Got cut from the movies.
There's a lot of slot characters in Delta, huh?
Yeah, he just fucking died.
Like, you're putting him in nothing. Has there not been a Delta character in Slop yet? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's dodging the slop. Honestly, because I don't think that any of Delta's characters have enough substance to even be slops.
That's fair.
Machina... well, Machina and Reina, they have to go together no matter where we put them. Even though I do like Reina slightly more, but it would feel wrong to separate them.
Yeah.
I think they're chill. They didn't really do anything. They were just kind of there for jokes and hacking. And like upgrades and shit.
Whenever there'd be like a crowd shot, they'd be like hugging each other in the background or something.
Yeah, like we support the lesbian community, so this is what they get. Reina, she stole candy from babies, that's why she's like one above.
I don't know why she did that.
She was funny for it. Now, Messer, classic character. I think he's also chill. I got no issues with Messer. I think his story was very good, but then he just died. So yeah, that happened.
That just happened. Yeah, Messer is pretty cool. Like, I keep saying in the movie, I only watch the movies.
I mean, I feel like that was like one of the only few scenes in Passionate Wakire that like, you know, kind of was interesting. Like his whole fight scene.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Mikumo, oh man, Mikumo really is the nothing character. But
I don't like Mikumo. I do not like Mikumo.
Here's the thing. I don't really. Putting her on the same tier as like these guys though feels wrong. Putting her on the Billy tier feels wrong to me.
Yeah, but she should have just been a better character than Billy. I'm sorry.
Maybe. I don't know. I think Zentai Life saved her by like 0.1%. They gave her like one good scene, and I think that was enough to save her from like Aikunte.
What about Billy?
But like Billy, like these guys had like 0 good scenes. At least like Mikumo had 1.
Yeah, that's true. What about Rex of the Rex Gang, though?
I
No,
mean,
we're not
there
going back.
there
We're
were
not
funny scenes featuring Rex, but they were on Basara's end.
Yeah, none of them were Rex because of Rex.
Oh, Mirage. Mirage is a character I really like, but the writers just absolutely hate her.
Industry Plant character.
Like,
Corporate mandate even.
like on paper, Mirage is a decultured character, but the story did nothing for her. Like, she's a genius, she's cool as fuck. I want to love her, but the studio got her.
Being related to Max only gets you so far, sadly.
She had a cool sword and stuff. I like the movies tried to salvage her a little bit. I mean, they erased a lot of the romance, which was for the best, but that also left her with basically nothing.
Bad fate, corporate mandated character.
I feel bad. Royd, you know what? Alright, no, I was gonna give Royd the slop tear, but I'll give him the nothing tear, because as a character, he isn't bad. I just hate what he did for the plot because he created that hive mind shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, we need a Delta character in Slaw.
Man, Delta might be the GOAT. I think that might be the lesson we take from this.
Like every other entry has at least one character in Slop. Even Macross 7 has the most characters in Slop.
But these guys, they're literally nothing characters. They're the definition of nothing characters.
Come on, we gotta let someone in Slav.
So all we have left, we have to rely, is Hayate's dad a Slav character? I don't think so.
Well, didn't he, like, well, no, he didn't nuke them. Like,
he did in the TV show, but then he didn't in the movies.
Yeah, and like the movie's like the sequel, so he can't be put in fucking Slav either.
Yeah, he's nothing.
There's gotta be, maybe Delta is the GOAT.
Yeah, like this is. Do you remember Love Exidal? Why? I don't know why he's different, but we'll put him next to his good friend, Other Exidal.
Like, they're both Exidal.
Catherine, she was so good that they made a sequel.
We just left Catherine that road.
Ronka was so good they made 3 of her.
What is this, like mitosis?
The 3 Ronkas, classic.
It's like the Family Guy joke. It's like, I haven't been a team since I was part of the 4 Peters, but it's the 3 Ronkas.
And then this Cheryl I like slightly less.
This Cheryl can be on the same team, like, it's like the 4 Peters. She can be like the 4th Ronka.
That is our macro. This is a fucking schizophrenic list. When I like overview it, like we put Gavel above Roy Fokker, but
yeah, that's not a problem.
We put Pedro above Roy Fokker.
You're saying a lot of Roy Fokker, but we don't care about him.
We don't. But like, if I show people on my channel that I put General Fespa from Macross 2 above Roy Fokker.
Like, we did put Roy Fokker on the Billy tier.
We did. Know,
I kind of feel like Billy might go into this, might be more fitting in this slot. We keep mentioning him, and like, I don't know if he deserves to be enough again. Like, but also that's another Macross 7 character in slot tier. Like, Macross 7 is the GOAT.
We gotta look at it this way though. Macross 7 has a lot of characters. It is a 49 episode series.
Yeah, it is like the longest like here. So obviously a lot of characters are
we do keep mentioning Billy in a negative connotation, but
yeah, I don't know why he's there, honestly.
Do we bump him down?
I think we have to.
We're putting him with like these real predators and abusers and stuff.
Well, Luca is also there, and like he didn't do anything.
Yeah, Luca just irrationally makes me angry. Also, Commander Jeffrey's only here because Super Robot Wars wouldn't stop shoving him down my throat.
Macross 7 may have the most amount of characters in slot, but in terms of frequency of characters at the top, I mean,
we got Basra, Gamlin, we got Flower Girl, Exidol, you know, Mylene, Civil, Giggle. And like
Yeah,
Max
I
and
think
Millie are highly influenced by their 7 versions.
so yeah, Macross 7, lot at the bottom, lot
You
at the
know,
top.
Akiko, Paphitas, Ray, Pedro, you know, all these guys, that's all Macross 7.
So Macross 7, it just has a lot of characters.
Somehow, like, Delta ended up with the greatest, like, frequency of, like, not slop characters. I don't know how that happened.
It just ended up mostly in nothing character.
Yeah.
And then a couple, like, I think in terms of Delta characters, like, at the top, there's, like, what, 3?
Yeah,
4?
it's just Hayate, Kaname, Freya. Those are the big 3
Yeah,
in my
3.
eyes.
How deeply embarrassing for Macross 2.
Macross 2 did better than I thought, man. It got 2 characters and you were chill.
There's like 4 characters in Macross 2, though.
Yeah, that's true. They got Sylvie in that shit.
They had Hebe. He gets the big scoop.
Man. I got nothing else to say. This video is probably gonna get taken down by Molebeat because some of these pictures don't have a copyright wall in front of them.
Maybe you should make like your own version of the format where like every picture just has the Molebeat protection wall.
Except for the SDF characters, because our goats at Harmony Gold protect us. They look out for us
fine.
small-time creators.
Thanks, Harmony Gold.